Yo, what is poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Kong. So yeah, getting right to it, straight to the point. Constantly, while on stream, I'm always getting asked, yo Kong, what build are you running? Blah, say, blah, say, blah. And I'm explaining it and going through it, but obviously I'm doing it really quickly because I'm obviously fighting the servers, getting those manis, doing what we gotta do, trying to put on that good show. So I put this video out once before. For some reason it got erased or removed. I don't know why, but we're gonna do it again, do an update with it, kind of show you where I'm at with it. That way you guys can put your own little spin on it and go from there. And I'll explain all the ins and outs. So without further ado, let's see here. I bring you Bleedgen. All right. Now I know a lot of you guys are probably like, oh, we've already seen Bleedgen and so many other content creators have done in Bleedgen. That's great. Good for them. This is your boy Kong. At the same time, to you guys, if you haven't done so, and you need to, definitely go check me out there on Twitch. Drop me that follow. If you can, subscribe. I promise you won't be disappointed, and then go from there. At the same time, too, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe over here on YouTube, and we'll get right at it. But check it out. So with the build, obviously I'm using the firewall. Obviously, it's one of the best classes. You're going to see it quite often because of the damage output and so on and so forth. And the med kit is crazy that you get with it, right? Primary gun, I'm using the MPX, right? Now with mine, I'm using Sadis. And obviously from what you can see, there's a reason why I'm using Sadis, all right? Secondary gun, I've got the Carbine 7 with Ranger on there. Just for the beams, not really necessarily looking for this to do damage, just trying to basically reach out and touch them, say, hey, I'm back here, come back, right? With the build, pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Armor regen, so 2-piece Golem, 1-piece Bellstone, and then the Murakami knee pads. The knee pads that you can only get out of the DZ. They are probably going to be the hardest part of this build to put together if you don't already have it together. Past that, this is kind of like the wild card slot. You can go Grupo for extra crit damage. You can go Sokolov, get more SMG damage. You can even swap where I have the golem pieces at. Put the golem piece down here, come up here, put on a Dub H backpack, get more weapon damage, and do perfect adrenaline rush. Now, I already know what you're thinking in your head. Oh, you're running bleed, you're running status. Why are you not running the perfectly wicked backpack? Here's the thing. I like to survive. If you notice that I've got 1.7 million armor on the build, right? With it having 1.7 million armor, and me also having adrenaline rush, I'm doing a couple of things for you guys. One, because I have the adrenaline rush, I'm getting even more armor from there. If they put me on status, it's going to prevent me from taking lots of damage with the status, or they can't put me on status at all because I'm in the bonus armor. By the time it's over, or by the time I lose bonus armor, now it's going to my actual armor, which I have 1.7 million, and then I can get re-engaged back into the fight and go from there. However, if I'm in a group and I'm with the healer, this is where I put on that perfectly wicked backpack. The perfectly wicked backpack is right here. Perfect, do extra damage, so on and so forth. Don't need to explain it too much. You can run it how you like, run it on the scenarios that you have, and then kind of going from there. Past that, the most important piece to the Bleedgen build is the chest piece, the Ridgeway Pride, right? Now, breaking it down real simple, obviously mine's God rolled, with a little bit of optimization there. That the bleed, anything that's within 15 meters of me, I'm gonna, when I shoot it with 1-2 bullets, I'm gonna put them on a bleed status, right? I'm gonna be getting repairs to my armor every second that person is bleeding, all right? Now here's the kicker. The strength of that bleed is going to depend on how many people I have bleeding. So if I make one person bleed, that's 3%. Now, mind you, this is actually not 3%. This is actually 6%. Remember, I'm getting 1% from the Murakami knee pads, another 1% from the Bellstone gloves, and then another 1% from the 2-piece Golem. So add 3 there, plus this 3, I make one person bleed, I'm at 6%. 2 persons, I'm at 9%. 3 at 15, 4 at 27, 5 at 51%, right? Some people say, hey, we'll just drop a hive on them and you can make them all bleed. That's a negative. You need to use your gun. Use your gun, make them bleed. Once you've got them bleeding, your armor regen's kicking in, right? You can even fight groups with this build. and then kind of go from there. But that's where the whole aspect of goes. Now, the thing about it though, when I put them on bleed, they're like, well, if you're not really killing up with your bleed, what are you doing? I proc the bleed, it procs Sadis on my gun. That's extra 20% weapon damage just because they're bleeding, right? And then goes from there. After I get 4 kills, now I can automatically apply bleed without the chest piece just by shooting somebody, right? So that could be someone X amount of distance away that I shoot with my gun and then going from there. That's Bleedgen. Just showing you the stats real quick. With my gun right now, unfortunately, I'm not at full 60% chance because of the optimization to my gear. So 57.1 chance. I've got 152 damage. Headshot, we're not really worried about there. For the regen, I'm at 68,000. Perfect rolls, I should be closer to about 70,000 armor regen. And then that's pretty much the build there. I mean, from what everybody asked and what everyone's been looking for, so on and so forth. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the footage. Hopefully you guys are able to come up with your own concoctions. Yeah, there's ways that you can do a damage version and things like that. You can incorporate contractors, fox prayers. You can, throw in 2-piece dub H. You can, do all kinds of crazy stuff like that, right? Work it how you work. That's the way that we always want to break it down to you. Whenever you're looking at myself or any other content creator, remember this, that